I going to set? It's nice having choices. We'll try it right over here. We will try it right over here. Ow. Knee hurts. My watch clasp isn't working correctly. It's not clasping. I don't even know a good jeweler. I think there needs to be an adjustment made at the clasp. It pops open too easily recently. I don't know if it's because I gained weight or lost weight or gained weight or lost weight again. It's amazing that when you lose 10 or 15 pounds, your wrist actually gets smaller and your watch actually gets looser. Good morning, Jack. And about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, I noticed my watch started popping open a little too easily. It's kind of annoying. Don't like when my watch pops open. I mean, there's worse things in life. There's certainly worse things in life, but I'd like to get it fixed. I think that there's just needs to be a minor adjustment made. Either expand, something needs to be shrunk or expanded. I think if I tried to fix it, I'd go the wrong way. Hey, who won the national championship game last night? Who won the NCAAs last night? I didn't watch. It was weird. The Final Four was, I guess, on Saturday, and I was at my sister's funeral service and didn't even know it took place. Spent the whole day there. Not at the service, but with family. And I know I had Duke going to the winning it all. Apparently, they did not win it all. No. Oh, wait, let me see. I don't know if you can see what I have going here. I've got my coffee cup. I've got my Starbucks water cup. Got my candle, but I'm using it. Gators won, all right. Was it a great finish? Florida's almost won too often. I hate to. I mean, that's okay. I guess Duke's won too often as well. I had Duke winning it all. Would have almost been nice to see the Houston win, because I watched the documentary about Phi Slama Jama about a month ago. Kind of made me root for Houston a little bit. But either way, I didn't watch the game. But we have a coffee cup with the Starbucks lid on to keep it warm. And the poor Starbucks cup is sitting here naked without a lid. Let me take a swig of water. Got a great start to the show. We got 40 people watching. We got 2 thumbs up. Oh yes, it's a table. Oh yes, it's a table. I've grown up. You're watching Coffee with Ken get all growed up. I've been grown up before. I got grown up before. And, but I have a table. I have a table and 3 chairs. I went to a buddy's house, and in his basement he had a dresser, this table, and he had a bunch of stuff that he didn't want. He was getting rid of, and there was this table and a couple of chairs. As you know, have I done my intro? Yeah, let's hold off on the intro. I recently moved from the western suburbs of Chicago to Appleton, Wisconsin, and I'm loving Appleton, Wisconsin. And I was living in a hotel for, 4 weeks or so, or maybe more than that, maybe 5 or 6 weeks even. And got a job and been working a job. and I was staying in a hotel. Was spending, I don't know, $1,500 a month on that, which wasn't too bad considering it was a hotel. But found an apartment and moved in almost about a week and a half ago, and loving it. Totally unfurnished, twice divorced, don't own anything other than what could fit in my Kia Soul. And let me tell you, if you have all your lifelong possessions, there's not much room for furniture in a Kia Soul, despite its spaciousness, by the way, and its great gas mileage. I highly recommend the Kia Soul for anybody looking for a low-cost vehicle. I've only had it 5 months, but I think it'd be a great car for almost anybody. Let's see. Yes, it is going to be a great day. John Johnson said, "Good morning. Skies look clear where I am. It's clear and sunny here in Kansas." I looked at the weather in bed. I was laying there. I woke up a little bit ago. Hold on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I got to get to the coffee. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning, April 8th. It's 7:37 a.m. Happy Tuesday. This is a show I've been doing for a while. And it's a show about me talking, a show about me sharing, showing about me kind of telling the tale of one man as he goes through life. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show. Just had I remembered something funny yesterday. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that, I might tell you what was funny about yesterday's show. Happened the first time in like 6 years. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. People wonder why why I call it a show. I actually honestly don't understand why this isn't a show. I like to think it's a show. I don't know why it can't be a show. But to make it officially a show, I think I have to have an official introduction, which this is what it is, although I'm interrupting it right now. For those that have been watching, well, you know it's not just a show about me talking, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I'm excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, yeah. It's the Starbucks Sumatra. Oh, I finished off the bag. I purchased a bag of 8 o'clock coffee, hazelnut, a couple days ago because the Starbucks was running low. Poured myself a pot of coffee yesterday that was a hazelnut. Enjoyed it. But I must say, as I was looking at the cabinet this morning, I went back to the Sumatra. I wanted the deep, rich flavors of the Sumatra coffee. And really enjoying it. John Johnson said, interactive show of sorts. Your calm mood brings a bright start to my day. I'm actually more of a cold water guy, but enjoy a cup nonetheless. Hey, John, if you want to drink coffee or water, you go right ahead. It's okay to drink water or tea or orange juice or even alcohol. Let's see, hold on here. Let me back up a little bit. Amir Khan asked if I wanted to be on his podcast. I'd consider it. Amir, reach out if you really want me to be on your podcast. Let's see. This guy is so cool. Just sub, so I'll probably be in here more. Well, I appreciate anybody that subscribes. Again, I've been going live for 6 years, and my show grows every day. And YouTube, I think, is the platform I'm going to use. I've switched platforms a few times, but switched to YouTube probably 2.5 months ago now, and have been enjoying it. Surprised, I totally didn't think it'd be a good live format, but it's working out really nicely for me. Somebody's saying they can't get their coffee blend right. I forget who said that. Hello from Germany. I don't know what you mean. Too weak? I think you would like the Starbucks Sumatra. You might wonder how I drink it. I drink it black. You might wonder how many scoops I pour in my coffee. I don't know. I take the bag and kind of dump it in. I prefer a little bit of variety, the slight anticipation of not knowing exactly how many grains or how many coffee grounds I put in each pot, and getting a little something different every morning. Went grocery shopping the other day and bought some bananas. I bought 6. I bought them a little bit green. I mean, edible, but slightly on the green side. I had one yesterday. There's 5 there that are almost looking past their prime. I'm either gonna have to become a monkey or throw out some bananas. Marty says he has to measure his blend out. Why do you have to measure your blend out, Marty? And why do you call it a blend? Are you mixing various bags? I tend to not like to do that. Batty Lynn makes the coffee for the whole house, so you have to be consistent. No, Batty Lynn, you don't. You don't have to be consistent. You can do it any way you want. I say, always buys one banana and eats it on the spot. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're cheap. They're amazingly cheap in this world of inflation and tariffs and market turmoil. Bananas were 49 cents a pound. I don't know. If I was a banana farmer, I might just give up. Cut down all my banana trees and build condominiums. You just don't get enough money. How can you ship bananas from wherever they come from? Do they come from Hawaii? Could they come from Hawaii? It'd be better to not use the real estate, ship, get here, get in a store and charge me 49 cents a pound for it. How could they be making money on a banana? Let's see. Somebody's been buying the Amazon beans. Pretty good and cheaper than name brand. Yeah, but again, you described it as pretty good, your coffee. Cheaper than the name brand. And I get it. I'm very price conscious. But if you're just describing the coffee as pretty good, I'd have a problem. John Johnson said that's a trend. Do you have Costa coffee where I'm at? I don't know. John Johnson said that's a trend with all farming, not worth the real estate. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how much is corn? I mean, I guess on a big farm, I mean, you could probably pack a lot of corn close, and maybe with bananas you can, but potatoes, I mean, I don't know how much space it takes up. It seems to be a worthwhile venture because there's economies of scale. And if you have a nice size yard, you could probably have a garden in the back, and I don't know, plant enough stuff to make it worthwhile for your family. Or else you can own a huge farm and build massive crops of corn or bananas or potatoes or whatever, depending on where you live. And you certainly get the economies of scale by cheapening the cost of harvesting the corn and shipping it to market and watering and all that. But the fact that you have to package and ship it seems to almost ruin the whole equation. I mean, I guess they figured it out. They wouldn't do it if it wasn't worth it. It's strange. I don't know how I feel. My dad was a farmer. My grandpa owned a big farm in central Illinois, and my dad grew up working on the farm. I've never been one, and this is going to alienate me. I live in farm country. I live in Wisconsin now, and I lived in Illinois, but I'm not sure I've ever been one that was worried about the plight of the American farmer. I'm not saying it's not a noble profession. I'm not saying they don't work hard. But I think, we need farmers to provide food. We need food. But I think somewhere along the line, the government got involved and subsidizes it all. And probably, I don't know, if I probably knew really what happened between the government and farmers, I'll bet you they pay farmers not to grow crops. That seems kind of strange. Cloud stripes. Oh, somebody asked about the blue skies. I checked out the weather. It was 19 degrees in Appleton, Wisconsin this morning. That's pretty darn cold. I left work yesterday. I did not bring a coat to work. I walked out of my store and said, ooh, it's pretty darn cold. How did this happen? Cloud Strife says, hold on, let me back up a little bit. I was talking for a while. I might have missed some fun comments. Let's see. $5, let's see. What's your thought on the trade war that caused the increased price of foods and dildos? I don't know what trade war we're talking about. You mean tariffs and stuff? Hold on. An entire truckload is $4,000 or less of corn or wheat. Soybeans pay a little better. John Johnson, you really seem to be well read on the price of farm stuff. You need a hot climate for bananas, I know. Marty likes his bananas a tad spotted. Marty, I wish you were in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'd give you some. Let's see. The cost of living is going to escalate after 1st of May due to the tariffs. What do economists know? What do economists know? I say that kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I kind of mean it. I would prefer, and the word trust and business people don't necessarily go hand in hand. But a business person is in the ring getting bloodied and messy and dirty, while an economist is a theorist that crunches numbers with paper and pencil, but doesn't really put any skin in the game. So I guess what I'm saying, as far as predicting markets, I trust a businessman over an economist. Good morning, Chip. You're watching from the doctor's office. Tell the doctor and the nurse that Ken said hello. Let's see. Wait, somebody asked if I was lonely. That's an interesting topic, and I'd like to talk about it a little bit. I drive a truck here in Kansas, and we move lots of grain and help on harvest here and there. Yeah. All right, well, John Johnson, that explains why you know. Have I been in Kansas? Oh, yeah, I drove through Kansas before. I was wondering if I'd been in Kansas. I rode my scooter out to Yellowstone last year, and I was going, wait, I went to Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, but I didn't go to Kansas. But I've been in Kansas before. Silly me. Somebody says they love coffee. Yearly physical. Well, Chip, there's many jokes I could make about that. Cloud Strife's never been to the USA. We'd love to have you, Cloud Strife. Come on and pay a visit. You probably won't start in Kansas or Wisconsin. You'll probably go to Miami or New York City or maybe LA. I mean, all great cities in their own right. But I think you're missing a good part of America, probably as a tourist. Might go to Vegas or Walt Disney World. Bah. Tourist traps them all. You know, if you want to visit real America, come to Appleton, Wisconsin. Marty said that's a long way on a scooter. Your back would be killing you. The back wasn't the issue. The butt was the issue, Marty. It was a long way on a scooter, but it was a hell of a ride. It was one of those life experiences. It was amazing. It was amazing. And I did it because I needed to do it. It wasn't just a tour ride. It was because I had a job in Yellowstone last summer as a waiter. Didn't own a car. Needed a roof over my head and needed a job. And rode a scooter across the country. And it was pretty cool. Oh, it was an amazing ride. It was an amazing ride. Yeah. Good morning, the Dutch Duchess. John Johnson says, not much to see here in the middle, but the people are great. Yeah, John, that's true. There's a lot of space in the middle of America. I was going through a phase, I had a lot of Australian viewers, and I was wondering what's in the middle of Australia. I guess there's not a heck of a lot going in the middle of the United States either. If you look like at a population distribution, I'm assuming the population is mostly around the coast. I mean, yes, there's Chicago in the middle of the country. But again, Chicago's along Lake Michigan, which is almost, I think you need to, not need to be, but if you're connected to water, in terms, if we're going to talk trade and getting in goods, being connected to large bodies of water is important because people ship things on boats. That's my thought for that. Oh, yeah. John said he's in Kansas, so apparently crime's low and nobody touched his neighbor's stuff on the porch, his packages that were delivered. That wouldn't happen. You could leave your stuff in the Midwest. I assume you could leave your stuff on the porch most of the day anywhere in the country. Maybe not inside a big city or something like that, but I wasn't worried about my stuff getting stolen off my porch in Naperville, and I probably wouldn't be here in Appleton either. Excuse me. I've had a cough for like 3 weeks. I'm feeling better, but I'd like the cough to go away. Somebody, Cloud Strife, lives in a small town in England. Oh, I love when we have British viewers here. I get to talk about my mother growing up in a small town in Scotland. Let's see. South Carolina is nice. On the edge of mountains, people are nice. Yeah, Marty, I bet South Carolina's cool. I think, I don't know. I just say my opinions. I think North Carolina would have been a place I could have lived happily because it's in the mountains, or at least on the western side. It seemed like good people, and you get weather year round. I think I would have liked that a lot. Good morning, SFH. Yes, my mom grew up outside of Edinburgh, Cloud Strife. And like having that heritage, and I like look back fondly on the visits we'd have to Scotland. Am I in an apartment? I certainly am. I'll give you a quick tour. There's not much to see here. Is there anything I gotta hide now? Here's my kitchen. It's very sunny today. There's the living room, which is yet furnished. Hey, speaking of Scotland, I don't know if you see that picture frame on the wall back there. That's a picture of St. Andrews, Scotland. There's my one bedroom, there's my bathroom, and I got laundry over there, so it's really nice. I am really enjoying the apartment. Really enjoying it. And I'll tell you what, it feels great just to kind of piecemeal, if I don't know if that's the right expression, put together little bits of furniture. I honestly tried to furnish my whole apartment in one day, and I got rejected. My credit wasn't good enough, or my income wasn't good enough, or something wasn't good enough, and I didn't get approved for credit to furnish my whole apartment. And I think it was God telling me to not do it. And instead, I bought this big air mattress, which has worked great for a bed. It's got a pump inside, right on the side, and it's got a cord inside, so you don't have any loose parts. After a few days, when the air gets a little low, you just plug it in, turn a knob, and it fills right up, and it's firm for a couple more days. Tell you what, anybody out there, I think I'm very pleased I did that. Eventually, I'll get a real bed or a real mattress, and it'll become a guest bed. But I think it's a great solution to a guest room or whatever if you're on a limited budget and you just don't want to accumulate a bunch of crap. Moving beds and mattresses is hard. Moving an air mattress is easy. And yesterday morning, I went to a buddy's and picked up a kitchen table, a couple chairs, and a dresser that all fit in my Kia Soul, just barely, by the way. It fit, wasn't much extra room. And was able to get it in here and put it all together. And I tell you what, even as something silly as a dresser feels nice to have in the bedroom. It's a storage unit, of course, so I've been able to unpack a couple boxes and got my underwear and socks drawer. I got my t-shirt and sweatshirt drawer, and I've got my jeans drawer. I think the jeans drawer, since I only have 3, is probably also going to become the sweatpants and shorts drawer. But don't tell it yet. The jeans are very particular. They don't like being crowded. I have only bought one piece of furniture new, and I love it, but $1,300 for a big chair just felt crazy. Yeah, furniture's expensive, and when people move, they tend to leave some behind or not need it. And the guy that I was talking to that gave me the furniture yesterday had some soft furniture. And I said, no. You know, I don't want used soft furniture. So there's a couch I want. It's a small couch. And I know roughly how much it's going to be. And my budget for furniture before would have been like $2,500. But now that I have my kitchen table, I think this is perfect for a 1-bedroom apartment. Do you want to see it? I'll show it to you. It's not that exciting or anything, but it's just perfect for a 1-bedroom apartment, I think. You know, big windows, more big windows. I think I'll show you my bedroom. There's the air mattress. I tell you what, it was like $65 at Walmart. Again, it's got a plug in it. There's my dresser. What's nice is it's storage, obviously, like I said, underwear and sock drawer. But it's also, I hate to say it, a place to throw crap. It's like a table. Because I'd be walking in with like a glass of water or something, and I had to put it on the floor before. You don't want to be putting your glass of water on the floor. I mean, I do in a pinch, but it's not the way I want to roll. You know what I mean? Mary wants me to say hello to her. Hello, Mary. Somebody wants to say coffee is drugs. Somebody used to work for a European furniture store, which only sold couches. You got no idea how much of a scam is going on with furniture. It's crazy. I mean, I've heard the markup on furniture is huge. And I bet buying high-end furniture, I don't know. You get so much value from furniture, though. I mean, spending $600-700. There's a little couch I want. It's a couch with a chase at the end, and it might be $700. I don't know. It's big. It has to get shipped. I think you could probably spend thousands of dollars on a couch, several thousand, and maybe they're built better, but who knows? Somebody said China market is going down. Ginger, good morning, Ginger. I appreciate you coming out of the shadows and joining me this morning. Get a futon, a 2-for-1 special. Nah, I thought about it. I saw one. But I'll tell you what, in my opinion, a futon's really okay as a couch, and it's okay as a bed, but it's not really good at either. It's not a real comfortable couch or a real comfortable bed. And yeah, I mean, I guess you could have it and people could sleep on it, but I want to sit on my couch and enjoy my couch. I think I might get a TV. I might even get a TV in my bedroom. I went from no TVs. I mean, I still have no TVs. Suddenly I'm going to have like an $800 cable bill. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent or my child support or buy food. Wisconsin man, transplant from Illinois, found starved to death in his apartment watching cable news. Let me see, just about selling. You mean the furniture? I don't know that. Depends on the mattress, somebody says. I don't know what you were saying. Oh, the mattress for the futon? I don't really want a futon. I mean, I get that they're worth something because they do serve as a place to sit and a place to sleep. No TV. How do you keep up with the latest episodes of Seinfeld? It's weird how quick life goes by. I mean, I remember watching must-see TV and watching Seinfeld every Thursday night. And honestly, okay, but it doesn't feel that long ago. I remember I was kind of dating a woman during the last episode, and we were debating whether we were going to watch the show at my house or hers. Didn't seem that long ago. And you look at the actors, and they've gotten much older, and you look at me, and I probably got much older. I think the last episode was 1998. So coming up on 30 years ago. Do I remember Ripley's Believe It or Not? Yes, I do. Get a Verizon prepaid phone, unlimited call, text, and data. We stream all of our smart TVs through our phone hotspot. No cable or internet bill. Somebody's offering me a lot of thought, but I've had my same Verizon phone forever. I already have a Verizon phone. Buy bunk beds. I can only sleep on one bed at a time. I do have 2 little kids that I'd love to have up. Not totally sure the sleeping arrangements there or what their sleeping needs are. They're kind of wiggly. I don't know if they're really ready for big boy or big girl beds, but we'll figure that out when the time is right. Let's see, just get a smart TV and internet. It's cheaper to watch streaming TV anyway. Yeah. Does streaming TV, can you stream CNBC or maybe Fox News? Every once in a while, I like to tune into the 5 and see what's going on in the world. Nicholas said furniture is hard to move. Oh, yes, it is, Nicholas. Woodworking Gunny Bears pushing for the prepaid cell bill. Can I get it with my phone that I'm on right now? I don't want a new phone number. I'm getting older. I'm having a hard time remembering names. Still pretty good at remembering numbers, but I think I'm maxed out. I don't think I have the capacity to remember other things. I think we only have so much space in our brain. And roughly, I think the rumor is as we age, we start forgetting things. I don't think we forget things. I think we're just maxed out. We have too much data in our brain. And for us to remember anything new, we have to shove something old out. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. Do you guys mind sitting here? Even if you do mind, I'm still gonna go get some more coffee. We've got a great audience today. We got 61 people here. We've got 27 thumbs up. If anybody new is to my show, or is new to my show, please subscribe. I'll be back. I'm so excited. I just realized I'm not scheduled to work today. Seems I work every day. I never get free days. I mean, I don't feel I really get free days. My only free days are days I have like family things. Again, on Saturday, I had my sister's funeral service. So it was a day off of work, but it was an emotional day and a day of a lot of driving. On Friday, I had to take a day off of work because my little son Augie has a IEP meeting in the western suburbs of Chicago on Friday. I want to be at that. So my days off tend to involve 6 or 7 hours of driving. Doesn't feel like a day off. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to go get some coffee. Thank you, Kim. Oh, feels nice. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, days off, time on, furniture, markets, tariffs, coffee, bananas, furniture, St. Andrews, Appleton, Wisconsin. The one thing about Appleton, it feels like a big city, and it's got 75,000 people. There's parking meters all over. Where I lived in Naperville, there were no parking meters. I kind of like that. I guess it's easier to find parking down here, but you got to pay for it. Either have a lot of quarters or get the app. Actually, before I moved here, I'd come down and go to a various coffee shop. It kind of irked me, to be honest with you. Paying $2 plus a 35-cent service charge to the app for 2 hours of parking. Not that that's a bad deal for 2 hours of parking, don't get me wrong, but it would screw up my pricing schedule because the coffee, say, costs $3.50, but suddenly you're 60% above that just for parking. So I used to consider, do I want to drive there? Well, the coffee's only $3.50, but I get the $2 service charge for the parking. I don't think it was actually the $2 that bothered me. It was the fact that the cup of coffee went from $3.50 to $5.50. Kind of drove me crazy. Same thing with the mugs. You know, I used to get these mugs, and I'm going to order them again, but I can't ever figure out a way to ship them. Because the mug might cost $5, $6, or $8 even tops. But the shipping was like $12. So it didn't bother me so much that the total delivery of the mug cost $20. But it drove me crazy, the concept of spending $12 to ship a $5 product. They should give me free parking. Well, they don't give me free parking, but I do pay for a parking spot. It's $60 a month. And should the city give people free parking? I don't know if it's for me to decide. They've deemed no. And apparently it's a revenue source, and it also limits crowds. I know there was issues in Naperville about parking, and I bet you someday they'll start charging people for parking, because parking's certainly an issue in Naperville, but I liked it the way it was. I think parking meters are kind of ugly. I mean, ugly might be overstating it, but they certainly don't add to the beauty, right? I mean, nobody says, hey, that's a nice look, take a picture of that nice looking parking meter. Dustin said the stores. Well, they can't afford, coffee shop margins aren't high enough to own their own separate parking spaces. Yeah. See people going to work. So, day off. It was hard getting out of bed this morning. It felt so comfy. I was thankful for the sleep I'd gotten. I think I've been not sleeping as much as I need, or needing more sleep than I knew. And slept till, I just bit my tongue. 7 this morning, which felt really good. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. You see that, Julie Flanagan? Doesn't look as cool because it's in the sunlight, but it's still there. Don't think that it's not. Am I working out today? Good question, Marty. I bet you I will. It's my day on. I dropped out of Planet Fitness yesterday. Kind of felt a little sad. I almost felt I had to there was a young lady there, but I almost felt I had to make an excuse. Well, I just joined an apartment moved into an apartment that has a gym. So don't worry. It's not that I'm not committed to working out. It's just I've got another way to do it. Planet Fitness is so amazingly low cost. And it almost felt bad leaving it, because I was enjoying working on my pull-ups, and where I work out now doesn't have pull-ups, and it's just got a bunch of dumbbells and mats and treadmills. It's just in the basement of this. But I like its basicness. It almost feels like Rocky from Rocky 1 when I work out there. It's just me and the weights. I can grunt as loud as I want. Nobody would hear me. No lunk alarms. Only up to 50-pound dumbbells, though, and no bench with a long bar. So I have to, again, first world problems. I'm benching 50-pound dumbbells. And the other day, I did 30 on the first set and 20 reps on the second set. So I have to do a lot of reps to get a good workout, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what God wants me to do for some reason. Do I just drink black coffee? At home, I just drink black coffee. When I'm on the road, I'll usually add cream. All I look for in a gym is swimming pool. Well, my gym does not have a swimming pool. Yes, there is no meat locker in my gym. Ginger. There is no meat locker. But if I went for a run, maybe I could find a meat locker and punch that meat. That was a good scene. John Johnson wants to know what rent is at a place like this. I pay $1,100 a month. Which honestly stretches my budget. I'm working a lot at a new job. The pay is okay, but it's not great. I have a college degree. I was a stockbroker for 10 years. Then I became a realtor for 17. And I waited tables several times in my life. And the job I have now, I enjoy. I'm good at. It's tiring. Pays okay. And the pay will be just enough, I hope, to cover my rent, my car bill, my child support payments, and put food on my table. I think it will. But when you move into a new place, you're spending money left and right. Every Yesterday, I did not spend any money. I'm kind of proud of that. It's like the first time in forever I didn't go, okay, well, I need a coffee maker or I need this or that. So I'd go to the store, and instead of just getting a coffee maker, I'd also get an air mattress. Not like luxury items, but suddenly I'm spending 150 bucks. You know, I do that every day for 4 or 5 days. There goes any money I made. So I'm playing it a little tight to the vest. And my hope is, and my plan, I got multiple hopes and plans. I think when I have more days like yesterday, when I don't need to go out and buy an air mattress or a coffee maker or a skillet or silverware or towels or everything else, I'll start not having to play it as close to the vest. And I also hope and expect my Coffee with Ken show to continue to grow. And it's strange. I was working really crazy hard at it, this show, going live 2 or 3 times a day in January and early February, and going full out and going live twice a day. And when I wasn't going live, I was posting, 5 or 6 videos a day. I got revenue up to about $600 a month for social media, which is pretty cool for social media, but I'm telling you, it does not pay the bills. So now I'm working hard and tired, and I go live once a day and might post 2 or 3 videos. My income from social media is back from 600 to, $250 maybe. And obviously it's a good trade because now I have a nice apartment and I'm hopefully able to keep food and cover my responsibilities. But it's tight, and I still have to remember to do this. I enjoy this. I enjoy posting videos. I enjoy sharing stories that I tell. I enjoy talking about sobriety or mental health or relationship troubles or financial highs and lows. But I also have to kind of be committed to doing it as if it's a job, because if I don't, it'd be easy to let slip. And my long-term goal is to continue to grow Coffee with Ken. And I think that's also my long-term solution, because I'm just too tired to do, I'm not as young as I used to be, and my job's more physical than I thought it would be. Not that I thought it would be. But it's just more physical, and I'm tired. Yeah, Ginger says even small things add up quickly. Yeah, I went to the store 3 days in a row, and each day spent over $100. And again, that's not all the money in the world, but when you're on a tight income and you're trying to save for rent and first month's rent, and you got a ton of other financial responsibilities, every time you leave the house, spending $100 isn't a great strategy for savings. So it's nice yesterday, actually not spending a penny. I still got food in the fridge. The nice thing is the food was an investment. I bought 2.5 pounds of ground beef. I cooked it up yesterday. Made quesadillas yesterday for lunch. Sat right at this chair. Felt so good sitting at the kitchen table. When I got home from work last night, I made myself a bowl of ground beef and cheese and barbecue sauce, which I love. Trying to get more protein. Deacon Tim says he's on a fixed income. People are tightwads with the collection plate. Oh, yeah. So Helen says, more hours here and lives, I get paid more. Yeah, I do, Helen. But not enough to offset, obviously. I make more money at work than I do on social media right now. I think in 2 years, I'm going to be making a ton of money on social media once my audience here on YouTube grows from 6,500 to 65,000. But no matter how intensely I could work on social media, I peaked at $600 a month. Life after 50 is exhausting sometimes. It is, but it's better. I'm more at peace now than I have been at any other time in my life, I think. I still have troubling thoughts from time to time, but they're usually fleeting. And I I can battle them back, and I know how to deal with them in ways that are healthier than I did growing up. Oh, so nice. The little things. Hot cup of coffee. A little kitchen table. It is pretty little, but it's perfect. Somebody asked if I was lonely earlier. I was thinking about it last night. I got home from work. I got in the bathtub. By the way, I ran the water for a little too long, not hot enough. So my bath was never quite as hot as I liked it last night. Note to self, start super hot and then add cooler water. Don't start with the cooler water and then try and heat it up. But anyway, I was sitting there, I lit a candle, I had bubble bath. Oh yeah, I did. And I was sitting there going, all this, my life, I thought I was such a social beast and needed to be around people to feel good. And I was realizing how nice it felt to be home alone, having a bath, with a candle and with bubble bath, and knowing I was gonna, I don't know, I think I might like being alone. I'm maybe not as much of a social creature as I thought. Maybe the reason I was such a social creature most of my life is to occupy my mind with thoughts other than my own, because my thoughts were so negative about myself and about life and about the world that only if I was communicating with somebody could I be at peace, because it would remove my negative thoughts, or if I got drunk or high. But now I think I'm okay, or at least certainly more okay. And if I go into a negative thought, I can recognize it and work my way out of it. Oh. Yeah, Helen, that's what I'm saying. Having people around distracted me from my negative thoughts. Like I'm sitting here in a quiet place. I'm talking to you guys. I guess you could say that's a social outlet, but just hearing the sound of, I don't know what that sound is, the white noise of a fan going somewhere, the warmth of the sunlight. Looking at my bananas right now, they're a little annoying me. I feel like I should be eating them, because, I might eat, if I force it, I'll eat 2 today. Maybe bananas aren't a good buy for me. Maybe unless you have a family, bananas aren't a good buy. They seem like a good value, so you buy them, but they end up causing a lot more stress than they're probably worth in potassium. Got a bag of apples right next to them. Apples are a good buy, they last a while. Got a bag of oranges in the fridge. They're a good buy. They taste delicious and last a little while. But those bananas are just a stressor. And maybe I only buy them because they're cheap. Do you know what I mean? Do I wear these pants to work? No. No, I don't. A couple months ago, I actually wore these to Starbucks for some reason. I think my jeans must have all been filthy. And I went to Starbucks wearing these. I felt kind of funny. But I know a lot of the kids wear PJs around as if they're casual. What's wrong with bananas is very healthy. Well, I'm telling you what's wrong with bananas. They stress the crap out of me. They turn brown so quickly. I bought 6 2 days ago. They might be perfect right now, but I might only eat 2. That'll leave 3. And they'll be past prime tomorrow. They are cheap. Yes, they are cheap. And that might be why I purchased them. Because I think they're a good deal. But are they a good deal if I get so stressed out about the bananas? Oh, okay, recognize. It's okay. negative thoughts, stress. Put that stress aside. If the bananas rot and I throw them out, that's okay. If I only eat 3 bananas, that's okay. They only cost $1 or so. So I guess what I'm saying is bananas are disposable. Make smoothie or banana bread. Everyone says banana bread. How much banana bread does the world need? I can't tell you. I don't bake. I don't have a pan. I mean, banana bread's good, but how often do you hear, oh, I'll save these bananas for banana bread? It shows there's a banana problem out there. There's just too many dang bananas. Going bad that people make so much banana bread. Banana bread's nice, though. You put a little butter on it in the microwave, you heat it up. Smoothies would be great. I don't have a blender. See, don't get me thinking about a poor man doesn't have nothing, he wants more. So if you get me wanting a blender all of a sudden so I can make smoothies, suddenly I'm in a state of lack. Let's see. Somebody's talking. Take used banana peels, put it in water. You've got potassium water for my garden. I mean, okay. I get that it would be potassium water, but is there any proof that a garden likes potassium water? You could probably just throw the banana peels in a compost and they'll dissolve pretty quickly, and then throw that in the garden as well. I'm not sure that potassium is necessary. I'm not saying you're wrong. You could be spot on. But just because does potassium water benefit a garden? Do I know there's such things as red bananas? Let's see. Plants need potassium and nitrogen, you say. Makes me suspicious, Benja, because you said and nitrogen. While I realize they need nitrogen, it makes me wonder why you said potassium and nitrogen. Okay, they grind up peels. Out of the shadows, grinds up her peels. Yeah, bananas are good right before a hike. It is better than throwing in the garbage if you're not composting. Well, I don't have a garden. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. See, there's all this talk of bananas. What to do with this great crisis that is too many bananas? And the only solution we can come up with is boil the peels to use in your garden, the water. But I don't have a garden. So I think the truly only solution is maybe buy bananas 2 or 3 at a time. Don't buy 6. Don't buy 6. I mean, hold on. All right. I'm a man of action. I mean, they're not too brown. Let's eat this one. And you're going to yell at me and you're going to go, oh, these aren't too brown. They're not too brown. They're not too brown. But they're kind of, you know what I mean? When they start doing this and this one looks like one of those that kind of went from not quite ripe enough to too ripe. I mean, it's probably perfect right now, but I still have 4. I mean, it's good. Why are we worried about the garden? Why don't we worry about the person? Why am I not being encouraged to eat more of the bananas? Everyone's worried about the little plants that need the potassium and nitrogen. Nobody's telling me just to hush up and eat them. Dustin says just buy a couple at a time. I think that'd be better. Oh, it's given me great content for this show. I mean, we had to talk for 10 minutes about banana. When's the last time When is the last time you talked about bananas for 10 minutes? You're watching me get healthier in front of you. You can almost see the potassium. What's fun is since I have oranges, apples, and bananas, I eat one of each in the morning. And I go, wow, I got to be healthy as heck. A lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins, apparently some potassium. Oh, Raven actually doesn't recommend bananas. He recommends honeydew melons because they're awkward and messy and ridiculous to take on any type of hike. Well, Raven, you're right. The honeydew melon, I mean, I don't know that it would be ridiculous on a hike. If you were, because you could open the honeydew melon, you might have to smash it and it might get messy. But you could get to the fruit of the honeydew melon if you were on a hike. Now, a coconut would be a problem. Let's see. Let me see. Hello, Barbie. How are you? Wow, we've had a great audience today. We got 42 thumbs up. We got 69 people watching. Yeah, bananas are convenient, but so are apples and oranges. I think that's the charm of the banana, that it's like self-contained. And you can grab it on the go and throw it in a bag and take it with you to the gym or whatever, or to work. That it has its own peel and you can access the fruit that it is. But same is true with an apple and an orange. You can't do it with grapes. You grab a bunch of grapes and throw them in a bag, they're going to get smashed. You can't, as somebody was saying, do it with a honeydew melon because although you could if you had to get into it, you probably want a knife to cut into the honeydew melon. Strawberries, again, would get mashed up. And maybe, just maybe, that is why oranges, apples, and bananas are the dominant fruits in society, because they're so portable. You know? I mean, strawberries taste better than those. Grapes taste better. But again, got to put in a bag or a Tupperware or something. There's actually a good method for making grapes portable. I get it. Raven recommends turning the grapes into glasses of wine or bottles of wine. Oh, Julie Flanagan mixed a can of peaches with cut up bananas and is eating it right now. Sounds pretty healthy, Julie Flanagan. Here's to Julie Flanagan. Raven doesn't drink alcohol, though. Which state am I in? I'm in Wisconsin. Am I getting a suntan? Can you get a suntan through windows, or does it automatically block out most of the UV light? When I was a kid going to college, I remember was so excited to be in the Florida sun. I'd drive with the windows down and have my arm out to get the sun on there extra early. Can't go wrong with fruit and veggies. Dustin, I agree, I agree. I also bought bags of frozen broccoli. I'm trying to simplify, and it's probably a lot cheaper to buy food like that, to buy bananas, to buy apples, to buy oranges, to buy ground beef, rather than buy boxes of cereal. I bet you processed stuff is a lot more expensive. Because although I bought, 3 pounds of ground beef the other day, it's going to last me several days in several different meals and give me lots of nutrients in terms of like protein and muscle building stuff. And these bananas and the apples and the oranges, I bet you, yeah, rather than buying, to be honest, I shouldn't even remember. I was going through the aisles and there was 2 packs of Nutty Bars for $5. I bought 2 packs. I ate 2 or 3 of the individual packs while in the store, and I'd forgotten about them till now. I better leave my apartment lest I set upon them. Let's see. Hello from Morocco. Broccoli makes you go to the toilet. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. You certainly don't want to be carrying around a bunch of extra stuff in your tummy or your intestines that you don't need. So having everything pass smoothly through and be processed by your body is healthy. Why, when Julie commented, did I show her a picture on my wall? Oh, it's a dirty little secret. I think eating anything is okay, but too much of anything is probably bad, says Dustin. I don't know that you can eat too much meat or too much vegetables or too much fruit. I think I think you could live on meat and probably be really healthy, actually. I bet you'd be really strong. How old am I? I'm 56. You have a cool voice and should do voiceover. I've heard that before. Yeah. Marty says he had too much pizza watching the game last night. See, that's the problem. I could write cereal out of my diet, but I don't think I'd want to write pizza out of my diet. Picked up one of those, what's my favorite brand of pizza? Comes in a box. It was $8.50. Not as cheap as I like it, but I'm excited to have it in my freezer. What's the best way to lose weight, says Greg? Spend more time being hungry. Stop looking at hunger as a bad thing. If you want to lose weight, you can lose it today. You can lose it today. You will shed pounds. You know, what is it? It's 8:40 in the morning. If you just started your day by drinking some coffee or maybe having a banana or an apple or whatever, you might instinctively want to go get a bowl of cereal or make some pancakes or what have you. But don't. Spend a couple hours being hungry this morning. Wait till lunchtime to eat. And then eat a big meal. And then don't eat again till 7 o'clock tonight. And somewhere late afternoon, early evening, you'll start being hungry again. And spend 2 or 3 hours being hungry again. And if you spend 4 to 6 hours a day with feeling hungry, you will lose weight. It's really quite simple. So now, occasionally I'll go on binges and I'll eat a lot, but I don't really worry because I figured it out. I used to try and moderate and go, okay, well, I'll have a small bowl of ice cream or just eat a little bit of this. But that sucks. Let's see. Greg says the problem for him is at night he gets so hungry. Don't look at that as a problem, Greg. Look at that as a good thing. Because when you're hungry at night, you're losing weight. When you're hungry, you are losing weight. So if you want to lose weight, don't look at it as a problem. Go, I'm hungry. This is good. If I'm able to go to sleep, party time. I'm going to spend 6 hours in calorie deficit. Excuse me. But anyway, we've talked for 70 minutes. We've had such a spectacular audience, and such a wonderful conversation that it's hard for me to hang up. I'm sitting here so comfortably on my kitchen table, drinking my coffee with almost a banana finished. Let me finish the banana. It's the goal of this show to finish one banana during it. It's probably a good goal. So it's 9 in the morning. I'm gonna work out. Did you hear that, Marty, if you're still there? I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go down to the gym after I eat my apple and my orange. That'll be a healthy breakfast. Go to the gym, do my bench, do my curls, do my sit-ups, do my bench, do my curls, do my sit-ups, do some stretching, come back up here and then go, okay, crap, it's 9:30 in the morning. Not scheduled to work today. Should probably edit some videos because I got to keep growing Coffee with Ken because my job is too physically demanding to do that forever. And I got to, it feels good to say I got to focus on Coffee with Ken. Maybe not pick up a shift tonight. It's hard not picking up a shift because picking up a shift means I have more money. Having more money is good, but occasionally rest is good. So I balance these things. And if you want to know how it turns out, you probably got to tune in tomorrow. So I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. I want to thank you so much for joining on this Tuesday morning and sharing a cup of coffee with me. And I hope your week started out great yesterday. And I hope you had a great night's sleep. And I hope the sun is shining on you. And even if it's cloudy or rainy or cold or windy, you're finding things to be grateful for because they're out there. And I appreciate you guys so much for joining, and hope anybody new here is subscribed to my page because I have a lot of fun doing this. And I want to thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.